Hi all, this is the REOLINK 4K Pan, Tilt and Zoom solar powered camera. It's part of the Track Mix range of cameras, and I'll explain what that Track Mix actually means in terms of the camera itself. So this is available on Amazon and I thought I'd just do a quick review of it just to show you what you get in the kit, how it works and the specifications of this camera as well. Really impressive. Okay, so the first thing you notice when you unbox this is it is super well packaged. Comes really nice presented, so if you want to purchase this as a gift, then it would make a fantastic present for somebody. But the main thing that you feel when you unbox this is the quality. This is metal, this is a heavy camera, this isn't a cheap plastic camera which is not going to perform well. This is a REOLINK and it really does feel amazingly good in terms of the materials that are used. No cheap plastic here. Even the bracket that mounts the solar panel to the wall is metal as well. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is track view. It means it's got two cameras. So essentially what that means, and I will show you some pictures of this, is that not only does it have a camera which will have a nice wide angle, but when it's tracking objects, it will be more zoomed in. It will use that second camera to have that zoom. Now this will go up to 8 times zoom as well, so really fantastic. And I'll show you some examples of me walking past the camera, so you can see that nice wide view, and then you'll also see that zoomed in view where it's tracking me. So yes, this has auto tracking and it's super configurable as well to what you want it to track. Do you want it to track humans? Do you want it to track cars? Do you want it to track pets? And you can configure it exactly how you want it to track as well. So in terms of the pan, you're getting 360 degrees. That's all around panning with this camera. Really good, very smooth, very quiet, and 90 degrees in terms of the tilt as well. So I've set this up already. I have my SD card in. So the SD card just slots in underneath in this bottom bit. You remove this panel here, slot your SD card in. Great thing about this one, 512 gigabytes, not 256 gigabytes max, 512 gigabytes micro SD card can go into this camera. Great for just recording directly onto the camera. Yes, you have the option for cloud storage as well, but you don't have to have that. So there's no ongoing running costs with this camera whatsoever if you're just recording to your SD card. Really great. So I've already set this up on my app. So I have the REOLINK camera app on my phone. I've already set it up and I didn't even have to create an account. It just connected, super simple. Scan the QR code on the camera. It added the camera, went for a little bit of talking to me, telling me how to configure it, and within seconds it was done. Very simple to set up. So this is solar powered, so you get the solar panel with it as well. So once you have this up, that's it, you're done. There's no pulling it down once a year to charge or twice a year to charge it up. It will stay charged via the solar panel, which is great. It's absolutely fantastic. So you do have another little panel on the side here that you need to remove just to turn the camera on, and also there's a reset switch in there as well. So in the kit you get the camera itself, as I've just explained. You get the solar panel. In terms of mounting, you get your mounting screws here for your camera. So this can be mounted on a wall or a fence that way, or it can be mounted on a ceiling like so. So that bracket doubles up as both a ceiling and a wall mount, and you're provided with the screws there and the raw plugs to go with it. You do get a charge lead. Now you're probably wondering, why would I have a charge lead when I have the solar panel to keep it charged? Well, the charge lead is really just to get it charged up to 100% before you put it out. Always a good idea, get it 100% charged and then let the solar panel keep that charge topped up. So that's what that is for. So I've already put this on charge, ready to go. So in terms of the solar panel, let me just show you the solar panel. So the solar panel can be mounted on this bracket here, and it doesn't have to be with the camera, so you have a really good long lead there. So this can be in a more sunny position, and the camera can be around a corner or in a different area where perhaps there isn't so much sun, which is a really great feature. So some of these cameras, The solar panel is mounted on the camera itself, and you have to have that with the camera. But with this one you don't, you can have it separately. So in terms of mounting, again, you would just put that screws that are provided, screw that to a wall or a ceiling and have the solar panel mounted like so. But you can also mount this to a pole. So REOLINK have included a strap which allows you just to put this bracket on here, put the strap around, and you can strap that to a pole. Really, really nice touch there that's included. This piece here is just simply for filling the void here. So that just slots in like so into the back of the mount here. Great user instructions, very, very simple to set up, as I say, but you do have your user manuals there. You also have the templates for drilling the holes in the wall for both the ceiling and the wall mount there, so really nice that's included. And you get 5 stickers as well if you want to just notify people in your window, for example, that it is monitored by a security camera. Okay, so that's what you get in the kit. So in terms of the dual lens, the great thing about this camera is it has a PIR detector here, and when it detects motion, it will literally track that object. And again, you can tell it what you want it to track. I just have this set to track people, and it will follow them, and that second camera zooms right in on the person and gives you that real close-up. But while the other camera is giving you that dual view, it's giving you that wide-angle view of anything else that's going on around at the same time. The app is great as well, and I'll show you that in a moment. You also have a light here on the camera which lights up at night so that you can alert if it detects motion, turn the camera on, and that will give you color night vision as well included in this camera. So really great, no subscription, no hub required. And it's just a super fantastic quality camera. This is a 4K camera, security camera, and it has pan, tilt and zoom. It's Wi-Fi, so you connect this to your Wi-Fi. But what's great about this camera is it's both 2.4 gigahertz and it's 5 gigahertz. So those 5 gigahertz speeds and the 2.4 for those longer ranges. Great to see 5 gigahertz on this camera. But now what I'll do is I'll get this turned on, I'll get it set up, and I'll show you some of the functionality on the app. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the features of this camera, and it's super impressive, the features that come with this REOLINK. So the other thing is it has two-way audio. So on the back of the camera here you have a speaker, and you can speak and you can also listen. So there's a built-in microphone into this camera as well. Really great feature there. Okay, so let me just show you a little bit on the app. So you can see here on the app, I have the app installed and I have it set up, and I have 2 pictures. So that's the 2 cameras that I have, and when it detects motion, you can see there that bottom one has just zoomed in slightly. So they'll operate independently. The top one will give you that nice wide angle, and the other one will give you that tracking zoomed in view, which is the track mix, part of the track mix feature there. So what I'm going to do is just bring the phone over to the camera, and I'm just going to show you the pan and tilt. So you have an option here, PTZ, and you can see here, and I just want you to see how smooth and how quiet this is when I start panning and tilting. Okay, literally you cannot hear that. You cannot hear the motor running on this. It is super good quality. So you have your 360 degree there of pan, and then naturally you have your tilt as well. You have your 90-degree tilt, like so. So that's your pan, tilt and zoom here. I can also just press on that and go back to my main settings. So I have my talk option here, I have my playback option, and then I have my cloud. I'm not going to be using any cloud storage with this. I'm just going to be using the SD card that I've put in. So let me show you some of the other features that you have with this camera. So that was the pan and tilt, and I hope you can see there just how smooth and nice the pan and tilt is on this camera. So I'm just going to tap onto the screen here, and I'm going to show you, before I go into the settings, I just want to show you the alerts that you have with this camera. So in terms of alerts, you can have a siren come on, and I'll show you that in a moment. You can have the light come on as well. There's a really bright LED light on the front of the camera. You can also have notifications come up on your smart device, on your phone, for example, and you can also set this to have email alerts as well. So let me just show you the siren. So I'm just going to trigger that manually. Okay, really loud siren there. If you want to have that on, naturally all of this is configurable about what happens when it detects motion. You don't have to have the siren, you don't have to have the light, and you don't even have to have the alerts. Pure configuration of how you want the alerts to sound. The other option is to have the lights. I'm just going to turn the LED light on, and I hope you can see just how bright that is. That LED light, really super bright, and that's going to really help at night to give you that color night vision as well if you have that set on. So at night, if this detects motion, it will turn the light on and it will give you that color vision as opposed to a black and white image at night. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that light off, and I'll go into some of the other settings just to show you what they do. So I'm going to click on the little cog here. Actually, let me just turn that light off. Okay, into the little cog, and I'm going to show you a few more of the settings, and they really are great settings on this app. So you can see here battery, Wi-Fi, your display. So you can flip the display if you want to flip the display here. If you're having this mounted, say on a ceiling or upside down, for example, you can flip the display. All different sorts of things there that you can set on this camera. You also have a stream here as well. So you have two streams, a clear stream and a fluent stream. So I'm just going to go back and I'm going to show you some of the more advanced features that you have with this. So we've already looked at the sounds. So the sounds is that siren. We've also had a look at the light. So we have LED status lights on the camera there. We have our spotlight with our motion. And we also have our infrared light there for our night vision as well. Again, all of this is configurable. Really fantastic configuration, very high-end settings that you have with this, and no account needed. So remember, I haven't created an account. I don't have any cloud storage, and this REOLINK is not limiting me in any way as to what I can and can't do like so many of the other brands. So at the moment I have the PR motion turned off. I can simply just go in and turn that on if I want. And then we have our detection. So if I go into the detection here, you can see here there's so many settings that you can set here to decide what you want to do if this detects motion. You can even set up zones in your whatever this is picking up in the 360-degree view, what you don't want it to alert you. So if you have a hedge or something which is constantly moving, you can actually blank that out, and you can do it for person, vehicle, animal. And you just simply go in and draw areas on the screen that you don't want it to cover, and then hit save, and it does that. Absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to erase that. So you can use the erase there, and it's simply just drawing areas on the screen to create areas that are not going to be detected. So I'm just going to go back there. I'm going to go into sensitivity. So you can go into sensitivity again and adjust all the sensitivity here, as you can see, for both person, vehicle and animal. This is just so customizable. It's incredible. I've never seen a camera which has this kind of customization. You can even do object size there as well. Okay, so in terms of the auto tracking, this is what this camera is all about, the track mix. So auto tracking and zooming in on the thing that it's picked up. So that's where you turn this on, and then you can go in and set what you want it to track. So I only have it on person here, but you can also have it on vehicle, and you can also have it on animal as well. But I just want it on the person, so that's why I just have that tick there. Really fantastic. Tracking method, digital. Horizontal tracking range, you can set the range as well, and you can also schedule this as well. I think you have a complete scheduling system here. Any time of the day, of the week, you can turn this on and off in terms of its tracking settings. Again, super customizable, and some little more settings there at the bottom as well. Okay, so I'm just going to come back out of there, and we've now got the camera recordings is on. We've got push notifications, we've got email alerts, we've got FTP, so we can push images up to an FTP, and you have your siren there as well. So if I go into push notifications, just quickly to show you one more thing, you can see here you have your push notifications either on, and again you can schedule it. So please don't notify me during certain periods of the day or the week. I don't want to have those notifications coming through. So again, that's all customizable here. Absolutely fantastic, the amount of settings in here. You also allow critical alerts as well, device notification ringtones you can change, and so on and so on. So there are other options in here that also allow you to share this camera as well with other people, which is great. So you have here shared device. I can go into that and I can share this device with friends and family again, which is great to have, a great feature to have. Okay, so that's just really a very quick view of the settings you have with this camera. It's absolutely incredible the amount of options that you have. You can really configure this to just work the way you want it to. The picture quality is fantastic as well. The night vision is fantastic, and the way it works is great. So what I will do is show you some pictures of this camera detecting me out in my backyard, so that you can see how it detects, how it tracks, and how good the quality of the picture is as well. Okay, so this is the REOLINK. It's the 4K, it's the solar panel pan, tilt and zoom camera. It's part of the Track Mix range. It's absolutely incredible. It is probably the best camera out there. Yes, it's a little bit more in terms of cost, but honestly, it is super worth it. This is quality. This is a fantastic camera. It's available on Amazon and it comes highly recommended.